Can I get a big shout out for everybody in the house tonight? All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. Tonight is so good to see so many handsome and pretty faces up in here. Want to give a big shout out to our friends over inside Nevada Department of Corrections. Can we give them a big, gigantic round of applause as well? Also, our friends in the Clark County Detention Center, the City of Las Vegas Detention Center, and all the people that are joining around the world on the Hope for Prisoners Facebook Live page. We are so grateful that you have joined us here tonight. Can we give them a big, gigantic round of applause? All right. Man, you guys are in for an incredible treat tonight. You know, we have brought out for you one of the best of the best. But before we get going in the Hope for Prisoners fashion, we like to give you an opportunity to give a little popcorn testimony. Does everybody know what a popcorn testimony is? It's just real quick. It's like real quick. Don't grab the mic and start preaching. Just a popcorn testimony. Something has happened magnificently. Maybe somebody might have completed some kind of vocational training that you want to share with us. Somebody might have gotten a job. God might have done something incredible in your life. We want you to be able to step up and share that message with us. So we're going to open up for you right here in the room. And those of you who might be in Casa Grande, slip up your hand. And Michael is going to usher you in front of the camera. So anybody in this room will start the room. Going once. Okay, come on up. Because I know you was ready to go. We have to tell you popcorn.
Great.
All right.
Real quick. All glory to God first and foremost. My name is LaTanya Miller. First, I got a job with Hope for Prisoners as a workforce specialist. So thank God for that.
Welcome to the game.
And to get it started, I'm having an event February the 24th in the Arts District in Las Vegas to get you guys on a vendor entrepreneurial trip. So between 12 and 5, you can sign up on Eventbrite. You can get a flyer from me to be an entrepreneur with your vendors, pop up there so we can promote your business and get you started so you can get a job if you can't get a job, but you can always have your own job. So glory be to God.
Well, good deal. I want everybody to say welcome to the family. Y'all can do better than that, right? Welcome to the family. All right, does anybody else say, come on up, man, tell us your name and tell us what that testimony you'd like to share. You know, the Bible says that we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. What is that you'd like to share with us? You look right over in the camera.
My name is Tony LaFrance, and I just graduated Las Vegas Institute of Welding.
Woo!
And I got 5 interviews already and looking for whatever else fits.
That is so good. You see Earl. Where's Earl at? I saw Earl somewhere. There's Earl. Make sure, because that's the guy with the go-to guy, and he could plug in with welding certs, 20 plus. That's what I'm talking about. Good deal. Give him a hand for that. Give him a hand. Anybody else would like to share something? Come on up, man. See, I like this. Bob, we might be here a little bit longer with all these good testimonies. What's happening, man? I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. I'm Trevor Zirkin, and I just got to spend like almost a month with my children, and I haven't seen them in 3 years.
Oh, that is so good, man. That is so good. Were they here locally, or did you travel?
Here locally for a little while, and I went and saw them for a little while, but I brought them back, you know, did the holiday thing with them here and all that stuff. So.
Oh, praise God. That is awesome, man. Can we give it up for him, man? Woo, 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 woo. Anybody else before we get things underway? Because we are in for an absolute treat. Okay. Hey, before I read her bio, we're going to, let's just open up in a word of prayer. Father, we just thank you for this day. We thank you for waking us up this morning, you on our mind, God, once again, with you on our heart, giving us another breath of life to live for you. God, we thank you for this opportunity for us to be able to just huddle up, and we invite you to huddle up with us, God. We ask you to illuminate every gift, talent, and ability in our speaker. Father, let it work out. Give us eyes to see and ears to hear what this incredible, awesome lady is going to share with us. May our lives never be the same. May we pick something up in this room and walk out with something that we did not have when we came in. We love you. We worship you, and pray this prayer in the matchless name of your son, Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name, everybody said, all right. Hey, before we get into this, what I want you guys to do, if you got any a little notepads, right, pull out your phone, because I promise you there are going to be some nuggets that are going to be dropped in this room today. that is going to have a big impact on you. She's going to go for about a half an hour. And at the end of that, what you're going to do is we're going to close, we're going to open it up to Q&A. And I'm going to encourage you guys to just share with us something that the incredible Barbara Loupe dropped into this room that is resonating with you. So again, we're talking about my dear friend, Miss Barbara Loupe. She's an esteemed image a communication consultant with over 3 decades of experience. She is renowned for her experience in guiding individuals and organizations through effective visual branding and strategic communications. With a meticulous eye for detail and a profound understanding of human perception, Barbara Loupe specializes in crafting compelling visual identities that align with a client's values. In addition to her professional accomplishments, Barbara has dedicated the last 13 years of volunteer work right here at Hope for Prisoners. This commitment showcases her passion for making a positive impact in the community. Barbara collaborates closely with clients to develop personalized and corporate brands, ensuring a cohesive and impactful image that resonates with the target audience. If you guys are, please put your hands together and welcome to the Huddle Up, Miss Barbara Loupe. Barbara, welcome to the Huddle Up.
Jon, thank you. Good evening. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. Hello, hello, hello. Happy to be here. You know what I want to do before we get started? I need everybody to stand for a minute, and we're going to kind of group up a little bit tonight, so I know everybody's spread out. Maybe, and I was telling Chad that I move around a lot. I don't stay still at all. So hello, everybody out there in the land of the cameras. Okay. Anyway, so here's what I'd like for you to do. Is everybody standing at the other locations? Okay, good. What I'd like for you to do is to say, repeat after me. Okay. Today is a new and better life for me. I make time for myself to be my personal best. I only attract the positive. Because I'm positive. Look out, world, here I come. Come on. Look out, world, here I come. Mr. Playboy. And a Playboy in the house. All right, please have a seat. Thank you very much. You know what? Tonight, I asked God, I said, what should we be talking about, God, tonight? And what I thought, Jon talked to you about what I do, and all that means to you is that I'm an image consultant. I work with people from head to toe, inside out. I work with them specifically to enhance their existing presence. I don't change people. I don't give them orange hair if they have purple hair. I don't give them red hair if they have black hair unless they want it. But for the most part, I don't cut it unless they want it, but we do trim it, okay? But for the most part, we work with the makeup and nails and hands and feet and toes for men and for women. Just so you know, I've been working with this for a long time. I started when I was 5. They said 3 decades. Yeah, I was about 5 when we started, okay? Just so you know. So I want to talk to you this evening about diamonds. Diamonds. Anybody familiar with diamonds? Okay, what do you know about them? Who said yes? What do you know about diamonds? They're made by pressure, right? And so what happens inside of a diamond before they're pressurized to be all shiny and gorgeous for us, they're gleaming inside. Do you know what? They're inside, they're gleaming. And so here's the way I look at it. I look at you as being a diamond. I look at you as being a diamond. And I'm looking at each of you inside of you. I'm going beyond what I see in the present, and I see the diamond in you. So let's just pretend for a moment this is a diamond. They're normally black, okay, but this is my rendition of the diamond today. And what happens is that when the pressure hits them, and they're starting to take form, what happens is they glow into this really beautiful piece like this. Shiny, beautiful piece like this. So I am here tonight to talk to you about I'm here tonight to talk to you about what's going on inside of you, your personal self. What's going on inside of you? Are you really, really ready to make change happen? Anybody here ready to make change happen? Okay, I'm so glad to hear it. I didn't hear everybody. Anybody here ready to make change happen? Yes. Okay, good. I respond to the audience, you know. So the most thing, so I want to see you gleaming. Is what it is. I like to be able to see. So when we think about a gleaming diamond, and think about what we could do on the inside of us individually, there's 3 things I want you to think about. And they start with a C. The first C is, you might want to write this down, is clarity. Clarity. The second C is commitment. And the third C is communication. And I say clarity because of this. I'd like for you to consider clarity in what you want. Think about what it is that you want for yourself. Anybody know what they want for themselves? Tell me what, somebody yell out what you want for yourself.
Good life.
Oh, a good life. Okay, what's a good life look like?
Bills paid, kids running around.
Okay, kids and bills paid. Okay. Land. Owning land. Okay, that'd be good. Okay, I love it. I love it. God's will. God's will. Anybody on this side? Yes.
Not having to look over your shoulder every day.
Oh my gosh. My goodness. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I got to tell you a story. I started out, I was born in Oakland, California. Anybody here from Oakland? Okay. I was born in Oakland, California. I was raised in Monterey, California. Now, Monterey is very different from Oakland. One is a big city. Monterey, when I was growing up, it was a small peninsula. And it's a very wealthy environment, Monterey. We were not wealthy in that environment. Our family was not wealthy. And there were 5 women in the house. And so I didn't really understand relationships with men because I didn't have any men in the house. And so what happened is that somewhere along the way, I thought I was tall, which I'm not. I thought I was tall and had long fingers and long legs, which maybe I did then. But for the most part, I did. And I said, I'm going to be a model. And so it was either a model or an airline stewardess. Those were my choices back in the day. So what had happened was I went and my uncle said, how about going to see the Ebony Fashion Fair? And for those of you that do not know what the Ebony Fashion Fair is, it's an all-black fashion show of women, gorgeous women, all different colors of brown and black and just whatever. So I wanted to go and see that fashion show. So he took me to go and see that fashion show. And I went and he got tickets to go in the back to meet some of the models. Well, so much activity was going on back there. But what I heard was how they were communicating. It was hurting my ears. It was cussing at that. It was cussing. It was like wheeze and bees, and it just wasn't good communication. I was looking for something. I was looking for something more than that. And so I said to my uncle, I said, if I'm going to be a model, I'm going to be an educated model. So thus began my journey on going to college. And so I went to college, the first one ever in my family. As a matter of fact, my mother had a 6th grade education. So what was the first word I talked about? Clarity. I had clarity that I wanted to be a model. I had clarity that I wasn't going to be a model that was uneducated. I wanted to be someone that was educated, can have a conversation with someone, and to still look beautiful walking down the aisle if that was the case. So I went on about my business, finished college, and decided never did I go back to modeling at that time. But for the most part, I went into business. And fast forward, I was in corporate America for a long time. So I spent my time. I worked for companies like TRW. Does that sound familiar? To some of you, it may sound familiar. Exxon Information Systems. I worked for Hallmark Cards. That's one everybody should know, right? when you care enough to give the very best Hallmark cards. I work for Digital Equipment Corporation, which is no longer in existence. But for the most part, I work for a lot of large corporations. But along the way, because my mother told me, she said, you could be whatever you want to be. What I did was, So outside of the sales jobs that I had, I was doing things on the side like party planning, wedding planning, image consulting, just working with people with their hair, with their outfits and all. I had a natural knack for it. So I took myself into that environment. So that I was still with that whole fashion type of thing. And fast forward again, here I am moving to Las Vegas, meeting a young lady at Community College of Southern Nevada when I was getting ready to get a position there teaching. And that position was going to be for communication. And she had a class called Dress for Success. And I said, where is this person? Her name is Ramey Martin. It's a name that you can't forget. And I went and I met her, and the rest is history. So we traveled all over the country doing work together in the hospitality industry for people from head to toe, working on them, working on their inside out. So I did that for a long time. And so where I am today is this. I'm here today, and I chose to come here to this meeting tonight because I wanted to share that because of you, so many of you that have been in class. How many of you have been in class with me in the past? Oh, several of you have been in class. Wow. Hi. I know. So it's several of you have been in class with me. And then those of you that haven't, you may have a chance to, or you see Stacy. So for the most part, for those of you that haven't been in class with me, I wanted to let you know that my goal now, my focus right now is serving those that come through this organization, men and women that come through this organization. And we're going to have an opportunity. And when I say we, Ramey and I are doing it together. We're going to have an opportunity to come together, bring about 8 to 10 women from the community here. And we're going to work with women first. We're going to do a pilot. I cannot wait. We're going to have a chance to bring them together in a room, to talk to them about what their desires are, to work on the inside, to really work on their conversation. Does anybody remember Tell Me About Yourself? I can't hear you. Does somebody remember? Does anybody here remember Tell Me About Yourself? Excuse me? Is this a 30-second? Okay, tell me, have you heard that word before? Tell me about yourself. I can't hear you. Yes? Yeah, on the corner back there, have you heard it? Okay, well, tell me about yourself. It's your 30-second commercial that you do when you're in an interview, because one of the first things they ask you is tell me a little bit about yourself, right? Well, don't they? All right, so now we're going to perfect that, get it tightened up, and get people race ready, head to toe, dressed and everything, and come out and debut what we've done in a 4-week period of time. So it's going to be fun. We're going to get together and do that. But my passion is delivering the class that I do to you, because what happens in that class, and I tell you all this, what happens in that class is that you rock my world. Okay? You do. You may get something out of it. You may walk away with one idea, with a good idea, but I walk away with new friends. I walk away with new relationships. I walk away with my heart being opened up. And so I stand here today because I'm announcing that I am definitely focusing in on this and not the corporate. Because, you know, in corporate, they say, oh, another meeting, another training, huh? What's this one this time? How long is this going to take? That type of thing. So now I want to do it. I want to work where people are really interested in making change happen. And from what I understand, what you told me already, you are interested in making change happen. So I have clarity on that. The next word that I said was what? Commitment. Commitment. Have you ever committed to something and then all of a sudden that people have a tendency to say, oh, so you're doing that now? Have you heard that before? Oh, so that doesn't mean we can, oh, so we can't go have a beer now? Because you're getting ready for a marathon. Oh, okay. We're not okay. So you're getting ready to start a new job. You have to study. Oh, so that means that we can't just go out and hang out. Have you ever heard that? Isn't this something? It's like what would like to encourage you to do is that those people that are saying those things to you, that's their issue. Don't make it yours. That is their issue. Do not make it yours. Make sure that you have enough clarity of what you want in terms of your life that you will say, yeah, that's right. That's what I'm doing. Sorry that it's not working out for us right now, but maybe later. Let it go. But slowly but surely begin to move away from those that are pulling on you, bringing you back to where they want you to be. They didn't do the time, right? So you don't want to be around the people that are going to continuously, bring you down at all. So, and then finally, the communication piece, being able to clearly identify what it is that you want, clearly have clarity, make sure that you are committed to it, and that you have your clear communication so that you could speak it out. Anybody here speak out for me in terms of what they want, that they could articulate what it is that they want, that you'd like to share it with us? I need you to stand. I got two people. Okay, I'm going to take, all right, speak to me. Say your name first. Hi, Ryan. Oh, thank you. No, I remember your face.
I want to be in a drug-free, alcohol-free environment. My brother drinks, and all my family drinks.
Okay.
And I haven't been in contact with my brother for so long, and now I'm kicking it with him again. But I can't be in that environment. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It brings me down, and I don't want to.
All right.
I don't want to be like that.
Does he know that?
Yeah.
He does? All right.
He does, but he's still sending me drug text messages like, I want to kick it and drink with you.
Okay.
You know
All
what
right.
I'm saying? But it's not gonna happen.
But did you hear that? He has clarity, he has commitment, and he's communicating it out loud to us. Give him a round of applause, please. Speak to me.
Stability is a big one for me.
Speak your name first.
My name's Colin Curtis.
Colin.
I was in the class.
Yes, I remember your face too.
Yeah. I got to graduate and gave me a big hug after. But for me, it's stability. Where a lot of us here are used to routine. We have a program, and we come out into the real world, and things don't go the way they're supposed to. Bodies don't handle that. And I feel like when you find that groove, and you find your stability at home, going to work every day, it gives us less opportunity to mess up. Follow the path.
Okay, thank you. Stability. Those that are at other locations, stability was yours. Anybody on this side want to share? Or back in the back? Over there, gentlemen? Nobody? Nobody else? All right. So just making sure that you have those things in place. Now, I want to give you a little bit of scripture because I think it's really important, and I tell you why. I live on faith and faith alone. Back in 2009 or 2008, when they had the real estate crash, the big real estate crash, we had packed up our house. It was everything from our home was in this 18-wheeler. It was getting ready to go to the next house that we're going to move into. We're standing in the street waving goodbye to the truck drivers and get a phone call. That house is no longer available. So here we go. I know, I'm like, oh, trust me, because all my children's clothes were in there, all their school books were in that truck, everything was ready, to go. And I just went, okay, here it is. And I just told my husband, I said, it is time to call your mother. It'll call your mama. And his mother was mature, and we're mature, and we have children now, and we have two other children. They're older, but they were gone. But The point is, we had young children, and I told him, I said, we have to call your mother. Call your mother. So we called her, and he was like, oh, we'll probably only be there for a month, la, 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 la. Hello. Trust me, I worked at welfare to work, and I was at welfare getting my food stamps. Because I'm telling you, it was a time in my life that I was like, okay, you just have to do whatever it takes to do what you need to do for your family. And so we just walked through that. And the only way we were able to walk through that was with faith. And 9 months later, we were leaving his mother's house, only to go into another house that was a blessing for us. A friend of mine said, you're homeless, Barbara Loupe? Not on my watch. Here's a key to a 5-bedroom house. Here's where it is. You could have it for as long as you and Mr. Stan need it. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Then, so now we have the house, but we don't have the cash to get our things out of storage. So I don't know about you, but does anybody, when somebody asks you how you're doing, do you use the word fine? I know. Why do we do that? I call that the Christian F word, fine. I'm doing fine. So I was at church one Sunday, and I said, somebody asked me, how are you doing, Barbara Loupe? And I said, fine. And God did everything he could to just bring it up inside of me and say, you are not fine. You better tell that woman you're not fine. So clearly I said, no, the truth is I am not fine. And I gave her the story. She said, will you be here Sunday night, tonight? And I said, yeah, we'll be here tonight. Came that night. She gave me a check for more. I'm telling you, I live under the umbrella of faith. So I want you to remember this. That when it's time, when you're having the hardest time, and that when you're saying, oh, this is not even worth it. I'm working this job. They're paying me, what, $12 an hour, $15 an hour? I want you to continue to remember this. You never, ever end up where you start. You never, ever end up where you start. I clearly want you to know that this is so true on so many levels. I can tell you, even before I knew God, this was happening in my life. You never end up. Listen, the man with a silver top. Can you tell me, would that be a truism? The chaplain.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you.
Open doors are the ones that close the doors. Will give you an open door, and that's the promises
that he gives us, and we have to believe that. And for those, you don't have to be a Christian, okay? I'm not saying I'm not, but I'm letting you know that it works for me. God really has worked for me and really has made a difference in my life. In the times in my life when I wanted to say no, I said yes. Oh my gosh, have I been blessed. Because in the times when you think you don't want to do something, or no, you think you don't want to go somewhere or do something specific, and you'd like to say no, and he's going like this. No is not an option. No is not an option. I gotta tell you that time was I was going to be chaplain for my kids' school. I told my pastor, I am not a Bible scholar. Are you sure God was talking to you about me? And he said, yep, I know you're going to have to talk to Stan, but that's what the Lord told me. So I said, wow. And I did it. And I had told him, I told God just before that, I said, God, I really want to learn your word like a child. Woo! Boy, did I learn his word like a child. We're talking about object lessons, everything. Really allowing myself to walk into something that I thought I didn't want to do. So clearly, it is not what we want. It is really not what we want. It is for us to be able to listen and to feel when the Lord is telling us to do something specific. It is for us to listen to that, to test it out, to ask questions. Say, are you sure? Like I did. Are you sure, Lord? Yes. Ask questions. But here's the deal. I am my person. I am a servant leader. I love to serve. So once again, in our classroom, how I operate, for those of you that I don't operate where we're spread apart like this. I operate we come together, and we come together in small groups such that we can get to know one another. So here's what I'd like for you to do. I'd like for you to walk over to somebody you don't know and introduce yourself. So that means there's going to be a lot of activity going on in here for just a few minutes. And I want you to walk. You may have to walk from this side of the room to that side of the room to see somebody you don't know. But please don't stay in your seats. Please get up, go introduce yourself to somebody you do not know. You had somebody in mind, huh?
You're a joy, my man. Anthony Chapman. You know what? Your promises and what you've honored with the Lord, He's the one who lost me. You know that.
Yes, I do.
Because I'm telling you what, we just sitting here listening to you, has opened that up, prospered you more and more where you can ever be.
Oh my gosh. Thank you. I received that.
Yes.
Thank you. I received that.
But
Thank
I
you.
tell you what.
What?
Don't ever think about what was in the past. You don't, because we look forward.
Thank you ladies
Right.
saying hi.
Oh,
If you're not
right.
saying hi, see Pastor
Clearly.
Rodney. So this is our offices here. And this, you'll be able, everyone can see each other. Okay? And everyone feel down.
Okay. Delando, nice to meet you too. Barbara, pleasure. Okay. All right. Will do. Ah. What's that? Yes, you did. Thank you very much. Thanks for coming. Oh, thank you. Have you? Oh, thank you. We didn't do much, but it's wonderful. Thank you for being here, though. And thank you for sharing. And thank you for sharing, too. Thank you for sharing, outwardly sharing.
A lot of my show with the public speaking.
Okay. But you will. You will. Thank you.
I was in the class. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. You guys been in the same class, huh? Hi.
How you doing?
You look. Hi. What'd you do? Wait a minute. What was that?
I don't know.
You're not supposed to do that, remember?
Yeah. Just,
Okay. Look.
and then one thing I remember about your class, and I taught it to my kids, is the smile.
Oh, the 20 seconds a mile sure makes a difference. You know, my coach, what do you call him? My coach. Okay, let's come back together as one group again. My trainer said, are you always in a good mood? So I woke up this morning. Thank you. Ladies at Jean, welcome. I am so sorry that you missed what we were talking about earlier. What we were talking about, the first C was what? Clarity, to have clarity. The second C was what? To have commitment and not anybody rock your boat. Don't let anybody rock your boat. And the third C was? Communication, making sure you could communicate. And we just finished communicating with one another. I love it when I see people communicating with one another that don't know one another. I saw one guy walk from this side of the room all the way over here to this side of the room because he saw somebody he wanted to talk to, and so it's such a beautiful thing. No separation at all, but welcome. I'm coming for you soon, just so you know. Or I'm coming to you. Just say coming for you or coming for you. Coming to you soon. So look forward to it. All right. Thank you very much for being here tonight. And here's the word that I want to give you this evening. And this is not a word that you do not know. You probably have heard this word multiple times. It is in Proverbs 3, and it's Proverbs 3, 5, 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. Right? Right? So, and it goes on to say, so it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. And it goes on to say that in all your ways, submit to him, and he will make your path straight. All right. I say that because, once again, what did I say? I live in faith. I've told you my stories, multiple stories. I won't tell you multiple ones, maybe about 2 or 3. There's so many more. But for the most part, I got to tell you that I trust in him. And I do not waver, because what happens is when I trust in him and I don't waver, it comes to play. It comes into play. When I'm worrying about, well, what about this? What about that? The worrying with the worriers, please let it go. Chaplain Anthony and I were talking for a quick minute, and he gave me a word, and I'm going to hold on to that word. But here's what I want to close with today. I want to remind you that you're no longer this rock. You are no longer this rock. You are a diamond. Please don't look back. Please don't allow people to take you back. Continue to walk forward, to continue to keep your head up high, because you are worthy. You are worthy. You have something to share, and that's why you're here. You have something to share, something to give, and only you can give it. Only you can give it. Keep that in mind. All right. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you very much. If you have questions, I'm here for you. Jon said he will open it up for questions or thoughts, or if you want me to go deeper, speak.
Give Barbara Loupe a gigantic round of applause. That was just so awesome. And she's right. We want to open it up for some questions and comments. Something that Barbara Loupe dropped in this room that kind of resonated in your spirit. Remember, the whole goal was for you to walk out of this room with something that you did not walk into this room with. I'm going to open it up for you ladies over at Gene Camp. Can we give them another hand? We promise you we're going to get it right moving forward. Thank you, Gloria and Tanya, for going out there. Over at Casa Grande, inside Nevada Department of Corrections, just slip up your hand. If you have a comment you're watching on Facebook Live, just make sure you put it into the chat. And my main man, Will, is back there monitoring the chat. So open it up right here in the room. Or Casa Grande. Anybody? We're going to make our way over here to John Robinson. Then we're going to the back side of the room.
Barbara, it's great to see you.
Thank you, John.
I've known Barbara a long time. God bless you. And I was going to just say you reminded me of something that I love, and that's that Christian 4-letter word. Fine. I'm doing fine, brother. Fine. Yeah. And do you know the acronym?
I know.
Fed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional.
Oh.
And that's what the fine, and you can say it a couple different ways, but that's a Christianese way to say it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So thank you for giving me that.
Thank you.
That back. I like that. I don't like that Christian 4-letter word.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think that you brought that little spirit back and fired that back up in me. So thank you.
Well, good
You're
deal.
so
Give
welcome.
JR a hand
Thank
for
you.
that.
Thank
Was
you,
there
John.
somebody else on this side of the room? I'm making my way over to you, and don't make me have to put the mic in your face.
Don't do that, please. Ms. Barbara, I know you said that you have a pilot class coming for communication
Yes.
images. When does that class want to start?
Well, I want you to talk to your caseworker.
I don't have.
You don't have one yet?
No.
All right. Did you graduate? Have you gone through our course already?
No, I've never done the course.
Okay. So one thing you want to do is make sure that you go through the pre-vocational
That's a
course.
precursor for it.
It's a precursor for
Right.
this one.
Yes.
Yeah, because this is like a graduate course. And all right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank
Good
you.
deal. Give a
All right,
hand.
thank you
Great
for asking.
question.
Thank you.
Great question. Open it up. Anyone else in the room? Anybody there at Nevada Department of Corrections? I don't know. Did you lose the feed on that? Okay. Well, I know that Barb was talking about the 3 C's, right? Can you guys remind me what those 3 C's were? Okay. What does that mean? Somebody tell me what that clarity means. All right. I'm going to make way over here because you raised your hand up. Tell us what that clarity means.
My name is Delando. Clarity means able to define what you would like to see in your life or see in front of you.
Oh, I like that. Barbara, I'm going to give you
Thank you.
opportunity to expand on that a
Okay,
little
thank
bit
you.
more.
And clarity, once again, I mean, we have any other comments? Because I always like to make sure that I get comments from everyone first. Any other comments in terms of clarity? Come on. Having a vision.
Love it.
Having a vision. Do you know the one word that I really disliked was the word goal? Something about goal just did not set with me. So, but vision works for me. So it's the same thing, but it's the same thing, having a vision. So when you all do those vivid visions, once again, you rock my world with the vivid visions coming out of that class, too. The vivid visions, those are pretty powerful. So just having clarity on what you want. We were talking about diamonds, John. We were talking about blowing them, getting them beautiful and shiny and all. So just so you know.
Okay.
Yes. All right.
Well, that is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Excellent comment. We make our way. Give her a hand for that. We're going to make our way. I'm like that old school Geraldo Rivera running around the room, right? We're going to make our way over here. Stand up. If you look over into the camera right there, and just what is that question or comment that you might have for Barbara Loupe?
Well, she just said something about visions and the vivid vision.
Right.
And I've only been out for 5 months, and I've surpassed everything in my vivid vision already.
Oh, man,
my
give him a hand for
God.
that.
Wow.
Give him a hand for that. The vivid vision is real.
The kids, the job, the career, all of it.
Man, that is outstanding. That deserves another
Thank
gigantic round of applause.
The family.
Man, I am so excited, right? Because I was looking around the room. I didn't even know she was here. We have one of the greatest Nevada state senators in the back of the room just hanging out. Would you stand up, Senator Pat Spearman, and just address us? Please give her a gigantic round of applause. It just really speaks volumes of a senator sitting in the back of the room, coming and hanging out. So we'll open it up. Any other questions coming to the top of the hour? Any other questions or comments that Barbara Loupe might have, that you might have for Barbara Loupe? Do not sit there. Everybody's sitting there like the deer stuck in a headlight. Go once before I start. There we go. Before I start picking on you. Tell us your name and what is that question or comment that you might have for Ms. Barbara Loupe? Look, she's got a notepad.
Faith.
Let me ask you a question. How did you get here today? Did you? You drove? Okay. For you taking notes, listen, for you taking notes, I want you to connect with your case manager, and I'm going to give you a gas card because you set up in this room and you took notes in this room. You got that coming to you, all right? So what is that question or comment you might have?
I just wanted to say what stood out to me the most was you never end up where you start, and how that goes with Diamond, it doesn't end up where it started.
That's right. Thank you.
That is
Thank
outstanding.
you. Thank you.
Now I bet you everybody's hands are going to start going up. I threw that gas card out there, right? We're going to make our way over here to you and tell us what is that question or comment that you might have.
What if you don't know what you want? What if you don't know what you want?
That's a great question.
It is a wonderful
I'm gonna do
question.
the moonwalk up out of that.
Look like. Sometimes we don't have to know. Sometimes you don't have to know. Place yourself in position, wherever it is that you're going to be. Allow yourself to be spoken to. Find a place that you could have some quiet time so that you could hear the download that's taking place. Because there is a download that's taking place. And there's something that God has for you. And it's really boiling over inside of you. And I want you to tap into it. But you have to silence your mind and hear them.
That is so awesome. Give her a hand for that. That is awesome. Stand up. Tell us your name. And what is that question and comment you might have for Barbara Loupe?
My name is Destiny, and I was just going off of hers to pray about it. Might not happen the first time to pray about it, but keep going.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
Oh, that is so
Destiny.
awesome.
Thank you.
I think I'm gonna do this, Barbara Loupe. Right? If there's anybody here in the room that rode the bus, if they stand up and make a comment, right? And if it's a solid thing based on what you said, I'm gonna give them a 15-day bus pass. Go on once, I'll make my way over here. Tell it, but it's gotta be good. And everybody
Oh.
else in the room is gonna judge whether it was good or not. They give you a thumbs up, a thumbs down. Come on, stand up. All right.
Hey, my name is Candace. To make sure I heard you correctly, so a diamond is like it starts off as a black rock, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh, you made that up, didn't you?
Oh,
But it's
no,
good.
no, she didn't.
What do you guys think? Was it good? Thumbs up. There we go. You got that coming to you. Going around the room, 15-day bus passes, solid questions.
John,
Comments? Yes. Go ahead,
I
Bob.
clearly thought she was going to say, yesterday I saw her in the lobby and I said, tell me a little bit about yourself. I mean, she just left my class, okay?
Right.
And she was, I said, that's okay. All right, you have time to go home and practice, right? Didn't I say that last night? Before you went to your interview today. And how did that go today?
Doing all right.
Okay, all right. What was all right about it?
It's just not what I'm looking for, but it went good. Like I got a job already.
Okay.
I was trying to get another job.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
All
what I'm
right.
talking
It
about.
was interfering with like what it was going to interfere with my hope for prisoners and my NA meetings. And
Okay.
All that kind of stuff. So
All right. Okay. All right. But thank you. You'll be ready next time I see you on that one.
Outstanding.
Thank
Did you say you have a job and you wanted to get another job on top of that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to give you 2 15-day bus passes today.
Okay.
Man,
Write
oh
it
man,
down.
you gotta
Write
love
it
it.
down.
Gotta love it. They're going away like hotcakes. 15-day bus passes, solid questions. Anybody in the room? I know that not everybody in this room drove today. Sit there and wait for a gas card. You'll be sitting there until tomorrow morning.
Hear the whole thing, but you
Was there folks over in Casa Grande? And I know that they're not on the screen, but can you guys hear? Michael, you over in Casa Grande?
Even just so they know you're here as well. You guys are welcome to do that.
Gloria, is that you? You better make it fast. And it might be a little bit hard with the senator sitting in this room for me to give a bus pass to somebody out in Gene.
We can hear you, Gloria.
Okay, I was like, the ladies missed most of it on there. So they were asking about the 3 C's just to at least get that foundational point. And that's, we were stuck in traffic. So, but I didn't want them to miss out on any interaction piece because they're able to have this for it. But she has a question.
Wait, before you ask that question, you want to know about the 3 C's?
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna have this young man stand up and tell you what the 3 C's are. You gotta look over in the camera right there, and those are almost 91 women out at Gene Conservation Camp that watching us live right now. So would you please tell them what those 3 C's are?
First one, John, and ladies out at Gene is clarity.
Okay.
Commitment.
Okay.
Communication.
You get a bus pass. You get a bus pass. Woo! So, Gloria, we're gonna go back out there. I know that one of the ladies out at Gene, had a question.
Yes, Bethany has a question for you.
I just wanted this. We missed most of it, so I'm sorry, but I want to say thank you for bringing it here, and hopefully next time we can hear it. And now we have this connection, so thank you for everything.
That is outstanding. So, Bethany, what I want to do is I want to let the ladies know, for us not being able to stand it up, I'm going to broadcast the Huddle live from right there where you are in that room next week. Is that good? Well, I come out to hear the ladies in there screaming, woo! Any other questions, comments here in this room?
That's exciting.
Was anything else online? So, Barbara, why don't we, I want to take a deeper dive into what it is that you're doing for the ladies. And then also in March is
International
Women's Month, right? Can you talk to us a little bit about that? The ladies in the room.
Thank you.
Ladies first.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, because gentlemen, you may have ladies in your life. It could even be your mom. I don't mind. But during the month of March, all of March is International Women's Month. And my partner has written the foreword to a book, Now, Near, Next. And it's 2 ladies that have been in corporate America, and they pulled out to focus on what their dream is for their life. And they're going to be debuting their book on March the 12th at the Wynn at 7:30 in the morning. It's a public event. The tickets are $50. What we're doing, my partner and I, the one that wrote the forward, we have a program that we've designed specifically for Hope for Prisoners graduates of the first 5 days that you go through and graduate. For women only this round, it's a pilot course. And in that pilot course, we're going to be covering, I think I mentioned earlier, from head to toe, inside and out, your person, preparing your mindset for the workforce. If you preparing your mindset for the workforce, which will come out of it, coming out of that also might be preparing your mindset for your life goals. It's just very interesting what's going to be taking place, and we're going to be doing it for 4 weeks, where we'll be meeting with the ladies. We have 8 to 10 of them. We'll be meeting with the ladies on Mondays for 4 hours from 9 to 1. And then they get individual coaching from myself and my partner, Ramey Martin. And on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it's by appointment. So they'll have about 30 minutes of coaching. Then on Thursday, we'll have a Zoom call. I don't know how many of you have been on Zoom. How many of you have been on Zoom? Have you seen people getting up and down, putting their face in the camera and Zoom and, walking away? Have you seen all of that? So we'll talk about Zoom etiquette, and we'll prepare them in terms of how to have an effective meeting on a Zoom call. So they'll have a chance to do that. But trust me, all along from day one, we are going to be interviewing them. We're preparing them for their interview, because at the end, it's a full-on debut. We're preparing them for their interview. So we will have mock interviews every week, online and in person. So we will have people coming from various different entities here in town, mostly probably quite a few in the hospitality industry, maybe even in government. And coming in for mock interviews and for these ladies in helping them to get prepared. So they're constantly being, where we don't have time, you understand, in the classroom, when I take an hour and a half, we don't have time to go through it. We barely get through the 30-second commercial. But for the most part, we'll have time to get that locked down and tightened up. And then, once again, head to toe, they'll be, I don't want to call it a makeover, but they'll be enhanced. Their natural diamonds will be enhanced with hair, makeup, clothing to be able to present themselves. And we're planning to bring them with us to the March the 12th event so that they could debut themselves. And there will be people that are there, not just educators, but there will be people there that can hire them at that location. So that's what's coming up. I'm excited about it.
Man, I'm excited about it too. Can we give Barbara another hand for that? That is really, really, really exciting stuff. Barbara, thank you so very, very much. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm going to just give you guys some updates of some things that are coming down the pipe for Hope for Prisoners, right? And I'm hoping this is going to get the ladies out there at Gene Camp very, very excited. And then everybody in this room. First thing I want to tell you about, the first date is February 16th. Everybody say February 16th. No, you guys say it like I mean it. February 16th. We are having our second graduation of the year. Going to be 4:30 p.m. at the headquarters of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department.
Our friends.
Yeah, so we're inviting all of you to come out. For those of you who are in this room and you remember that day when you graduated, there were people there to support you. So we're asking you to come out and support other comeback kids. The other thing that I want to talk to you about is April is the month of second chances. Everybody say month of second chances. It is a national thing, and right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, Hope for Prisoners, the home of the comeback kids. Say we're the home of the comeback kids. We do it really, really big. So there's a graduation on April the 18th, and I can't even tell you who the rock star person is that is flying into town to speak at that graduation, because I don't want to tell you right now. But I do want to tell you that on April the 11th, everybody say April 11th, let me talk to ladies out in Gene Camp and the folks over in Casa Grande. You guys remember the 101 Christmases, right? Where we were able to bring you guys out and put you over at Opportunity Village and bring your family in? Well, on April the 11th, we're going to do a huddle up in the park. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring you out of Nevada Department of Corrections. We're going to bring you over to Lorenzi Park. We're going to get jumpy houses and barbecues and dunk tapes and everything like that. And you're going to be able to spend time there with your family, your kids, having fun, huddling up in the park. Is that some good stuff? Is that some good stuff? We are super, super excited about that. And you guys also please make sure that you guys come and attend with us as well. We're going to see if we can get some people, maybe some elected officials, to get in the dunk tank. Or perhaps maybe some parole officers to get inside the dunk tank. But it's going to be a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun here with us tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Want to say goodnight to the ladies over at Gene Camp inside Casa Grande. Give them a hand. Clark County Detention Center, City of Las Vegas Detention Center. Everybody watching around the globe on the Hope for Prisons Facebook page, please go to our website at www.hopeforprisoners.org and take a look at all the incredible events that we're going to be having for the month of Second Chances. God bless you guys. Good night, and we'll see you next week.